Hi everybody, it's Aneta with K-pop Oracles. I'm bringing you another K-pop tarot reading. Today's reading is going to be about one of the cutest couples that never were, Joy of Red Velvet and Sungjae of B2B. Okay, so we're just going to be asking the cards a few questions about their connection. So let's see what's going on between Joy and Sungjae right now. What's going on between Joy and Sungjae right now? Let's see here. What's going on between Joy and Sungjae right now? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like right now they kind of just neglected the connection. I feel like they're just kind of putting things on the back burner right now, just not really doing a whole lot. So no one's really doing anything with the connection. Okay, so let's see what else. What is going on between Joy and Sungjae right now? We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, this Ten of Swords is an indication of an ending. So, okay, maybe there's absolutely nothing going on between them at this moment. Okay, at this present moment. What else? What's going on between Joy and Sungjae right now? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this tells me, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's just like really focused on their career. Like she's out there trying to, you know, just like trying to make money, trying to like, yeah, just like really focus on the career right now. I feel like right now there's just like not really paying attention to the connection. Okay, so anyway, so let's see, what do they think of each other? Okay, what does Joy think of Sungjae? 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 We have the Two of Air, Two of Swords. This is a sign again of like a timeout in the connection, okay? Not really, it's like things that are a standstill right now. Trying to weigh the pros and cons, like trying to figure out whether you want to continue a connection or not. She's also thinking that he's someone who, yeah, like takes his sweet time and things, okay? It's just like someone who like really likes to analyze a situation or really takes a while to make a decision or something. Like he's very, it takes him, he's pretty, yeah, he takes his sweet time. Okay, what does Joy think of Sungjae? What does Joy think of Sungjae? We had the Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands. Feeling like he probably has a lot of like admirers or suitors, because yeah, or just like maybe she has to like deal with like competition, okay, with the Seven of Wands here, or Seven of Fire. It could also mean that he like he has other priorities, okay, like, and then she has to like, maybe she feels like it's hard to compete with that, okay. So, and at the same time she sees him as someone who is really courageous, really strong, kind of like the type that would stand up for what he believes in, and also just really confident too, like not afraid to back down on anything. Okay, what else? What does Joy think of Sungjae? What does Joy think of Sungjae? Oh my gosh. Okay, we have the Moon popping out. The Moon. It's like things are, there's like some sort of confusion right now in the connection. They're just like not sure, or like, you know, kind of like where do we go from here kind of deal. She also sees him as very mysterious at times too. Like he maybe blows hot and cold, or just like, it's hard to read him. Like he seems like kind of just a confusing individual. I don't know. It's just hard to like really understand him or just know what's going on in his mind. He's like he seems like he's very secretive. Okay. What does Joy think of Sungjae? What does Joy think of Sungjae? We have the King. The King. She sees him as like a really powerful figure, really authoritative too. Someone maybe like also really someone who's like really attractive too. It's like the King is someone who's like really masculine, really strong, like some, I don't know, some like sexual energy going on here, okay? Also just someone who's like commands attention too. She sees him as someone who's just like loves to be in the spotlight maybe. Okay, what else? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? We have letting go. Okay, maybe she's feeling like he's kind of just like neglecting the connection, just like, I have other things I need to focus on. I don't have time for this. That's what I'm getting. Okay, what else? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? We have Angel Aura Quartz popping out. Okay, she sees him as someone who can be like really serious at times. Okay, just someone who's really stern, really like almost like really wise too for his age. Like someone who's just like really stern and kind of serious, but at times can be like, I don't know, kind of too serious, and like someone who's kind of like maybe at times can be a little boring, or just like this like maybe like a bit of a party pooper at times. And it sometimes isn't always like so he can be like, seems like maybe he has a grumpy side too. Okay, what else? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? What does Joy think of Sung-jae? Tiger's eye? Tiger's eye? Okay. Yeah, so she sees him as like someone who is really ambitious too, as well. Someone who's not afraid to kind of go after what he wants. Like he's a very courageous person. He's just someone who's also fearless too. Like I'm guessing he doesn't have any phobia, like a whole lot of phobias of things. So sees him as like a really fearless individual. Okay, so what does Sung-jae think of Joy? 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 We have the 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands. He sees, I'm getting my pronouns mixed up, I'm sorry. So Sung-jae sees Joy as someone who's like really hardworking too, and maybe like sees her as like someone who maybe stressed out, or gets stressed out easily too, or just has so many burdens on her back. And so like a workaholic. This is a classic workaholic too. So maybe it's he sees her as someone who's like a busy bee, just doesn't always have time for like, you know, like, I don't know, like socializing too. So like, or just like reluctant to like ask others for help. And he also sees her as maybe someone who needs to find a balance in life too, or gets exhausted easily. Okay, what else? What does Sung-jae think of Joy? What does Sung-jae think of Joy? What does Sung-jae think of Joy? We have the 5 of Air, 5 of Swords. This is a card that indicates some conflicts maybe. I feel like this connection at this moment is like dead. Okay, I mean, because the 5 of Swords is an indication of a loss here. Maybe also thinking that maybe they had a sign of like, this is a sign of like, there might have been some arguments between them too, some conflicts, some stressful moments between them. Maybe she's someone who can be combative maybe at times, or just someone who, it's like, the type of person who you don't want to get in an argument with. Like she's maybe like the type who always like have the last word, or just always win in like any argument. Okay, what else? What does Sung-jae think of Joy? What does Sung-jae think of Joy? We have Awakening. Yeah, so this is like the Hangman's. This is actually the Hangman's energy here. Like there's things that are standstill. They're just basically kind of watching each other from a distance. So he's kind of like, I'm guessing he's like just watching her from a distance, like not really interacting with her. Maybe they follow each other on social media or something. So right now is this connection, there's a pause in the connection, no movement. Okay, what else? What does Sungjae think of joy? What does Sungjae think of joy? We have Elixir. Okay, he might have, maybe he did something that to upset her, because we have the 5 of Swords here, and then Elixir is a sign that, or it's one of its meanings is forgiveness, so wanting to kind of make up and just, you know, say sorry for whatever I've done. So there's some feelings of remorse going on here, or guilt. Maybe he did something to hurt her. Okay, what else? What does Sungjae think of joy? What does Sungjae think of joy? We have Eclat. Eclat, I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay, he sees her as someone who's like almost like a warrior, you know, just someone who's very strong too, will fight for whatever she believes in. To, like, she's like a true warrior. Like she'll fight to the very end, or fight to the bitter end. Okay, what else? What does Sungjae think of joy? What does Sungjae think of joy? We have the 5th house, it says passion. 5th house. Okay, so this is some positive thoughts here. He sees her as like someone who's like a true entertainer, true performer, like she's good at what she does. Like he sees her as a very talented, like, you know, musician, K-pop idol, someone who's very creative too. I feel like this connection that they had was very like, really warm, really passionate too. I feel like they had a lot of fun, happy moments. Maybe they like really like to go out and like party, like when they were together. And I feel like they really had some like funny moments too. I feel like they kind of like, maybe they share the same sense of humor, or they like would laugh at each other's jokes. And unfortunately, things are at a standstill. Okay, what else? What does Sungjae think of joy? What does Sungjae think of joy? We have Aries. Okay, maybe she does something fire about her, or Aries like about her. Aries is like very like can be stubborn, or actually like really fiery, really passionate individual too. Like he sees her as someone who's just like really bold, really daring, someone who is just not afraid to go out and take a leap of faith or something. Like just someone who's like not afraid to like is fearless, really assertive too. She knows what she wants, and someone who looks innocent, but deep down is like a whole different story. Like she's like full of fire, really full of passion too. He sees her maybe like at times she can be like bossy, like really. I mean, that's what Aries are known for, to be really bossy. Also, just like full of spark too, and really impulsive. And it can be argumentative at times, though, unfortunately, and also very competitive. Okay, so what's going to happen to their connection in the future? What's going to happen to Sungjae? What's going to happen to Sungjae and Joy's connection in the future? What's going to happen to Sungjae and Joy's connection in the future? We had the 9 of Wands, which is a sign that they're kind of just they have their guard up, or not really letting anyone kind of penetrate these wands or barriers. So I feel like they'll maybe just like shun each other out. Okay, what else? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's character or connection? What did I say, character? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? We had the 8 of Swords popping out here, which is kind of like someone who's just like keeping to themselves, feeling stuck, or just feeling like not sure what to do about the connection, or just kind of in their heads a lot, or just not willing to kind of like let out, like, I don't know, just like remove these bandages and kind of like go out and see each other. So I feel like they're just gonna like really still continue to keep to themselves. Okay, what else? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? We have the 2 of Swords. It's a timeout in the connection. Things are not gonna move, or there won't be any movement between them anytime soon. They're just like staying on their own side of the fence, basically. Okay, what else? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? Oh my gosh. What's gonna happen to Joy and Sungjae's connection in the future? We have Coffin, which is a great indication of an ending. You know, things are dead basically at this moment. It's an ending, unfortunately. I feel like right now they're just focused on their career and their health. So yeah, so that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm also on Twitter. You can follow me at Kpop1. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.